A woman, visibly shaken, hides beneath a cabinet. She peeks out cautiously and notices a red beam. As she stares, the device scans her eye. News reports begin flooding in. 7 unidentified spacecraft have appeared across the globe. Panic spread all around the world. No one knows why they've come, but their presence is enough to throw the world into chaos. Governments scramble to make contact, trying to calm the public. Official messages call for patience, yet the sudden surge in military deployments tells a different story, one of fear and preparation. Dr. Michelle Riley listens to the news. She speaks with her family over a video call. Her father tells her that he needs her with him. Her brother angrily mentions that the world might shut down.
Half the f***ing world is shut down.
Ben, watch your mouth.
But Riley's focus is elsewhere. She's preparing for a confidential assignment. Her father asks if it is another government project, and she confirms. Her father worries for her safety, but she tries to ease his mind. She tells him she will be safe. Her brother, less understanding, accuses her of choosing herself and her career over her family. After her brother left the call, her father, with a heavy heart, reminds her to stay true to what she believes in.
I am very proud of you, and I know your mother would be too.
He mentions her mother would have been proud of her too. She tells him she misses her mother. He also misses her. When it is time to go, she asks her father to tell her brother Ben that she will be back soon. Her father tells her he loves her before ending the call.
Atta girl.
Not long after, Riley is blindfolded and escorted by military personnel to a hidden facility. The guy leads her through the place and then to an elevator. She's taken deep underground, the elevator ride long and silent. When the blindfold is removed, she sees the guy next to her. She asks if they had made contact with the alien ships, but he gestures for her to stay quiet. When the elevator stops, she finds herself in a secure housing unit. The guy turns to her and welcomes her to her new home. He then starts briefing her about the case. Her teammates are also in another bunker. The bunkers are designed to keep them for 12 months, and they will be in complete isolation from the outside world.
They've all been designed to keep a person alive in isolation for 12 months.
He then starts giving her a tour. They start with the communication room. He mentions a closed signal that she can use to communicate with her teammates. He then lays down the rules: no outside contact, limited communication only with the assigned team. Her world is now this bunker.
From this moment on, you and your team are essentially cut off from the world.
Suddenly, her attention drifts to a chair and asks what it is. He tells her that device was built to save her life. The device is built like a chair. The travelers have been sending high-altitude craft to scan the nuclear and military facilities, and their craft emits a high-powered beam to scan the installations. The beam can penetrate nuclear submarines that have been submerged 300 meters, and military bunkers buried 500 feet under a mountain.
Submerged at 300 meters, and military bunkers buried 500 feet under a mountain. It's like nothing we've ever seen.
The beams have a hostile purpose. They hijack brains and destroy. The chair is the best technology they could make to protect them from these scans. He then encourages her to try the chair.
Go on, Dr. Riley, have a seat.
Riley takes her bag off and sits on the chair. As she is sitting, the guy tells her everything she needs to do to start the chair. The moment the alarms start blaring, it means the travelers are scanning. She only has 30 seconds to get in the chair. If she doesn't follow these procedures in the given time, it means the travelers got in her head. Following this, Riley starts doing what she is told.
Initiating test mode.
She got one thing wrong, and the man points it out. He also mentions that she has to do everything right and fast. Afterward, she's brought to a new room, her lab. There, her real assignment is revealed. He mentions that she has a good reputation as a microbiologist, and people in higher places recommended her. She's been recruited to help create a biological weapon meant to stop the travelers.
To neutralize the travelers. Some politicians hope we don't have to use it.
The idea hits her hard. She's hesitant, clearly troubled by the task. The man reminds her that the travelers are not here for peace either. He then gives her a tour of other parts of the house. Everything she needs for 12 months is there.
Kitchen and bathroom are stocked with 12 months of rations, system hardware, mainframe.
He hands her a paper, telling her that everything she needs to know is in there. Her project lead manager, Major Lawrence, will contact her soon. He then wishes her good luck and turns to leave. Before he goes, she asks what to do in case of emergency. How is she getting out of there if something happens? But the guy simply says goodbye and leaves without answering. Alone, Riley begins to go around the place, seeing what things are there. She then opens the document he gave her and starts to read it. The project is called Hatchet. Earth is now facing first contact with an alien civilization, which has been identified as the Travelers. No contact has been made with the mothership, but in the last 48 hours, dozens of small scout craft have been spotted across the globe. These crafts have been probing key military facilities, and that has led to 57 deaths. All deaths have been self-inflicted. The manual warns that for her own safety, she must maintain proper maintenance of her scan chair. Contacts in China revealed they have recovered the remains of a traveler at a crash site outside of Guangzhou.
And shared limited samples and details about the species. 1.
From the remnants, they managed to find out that the travelers are humanoid. The travelers cannot breathe Earth's atmosphere, so they must use their own respiratory filtration system to survive, and the travelers share a 98.7% match to human DNA.
2 teams of scientists will develop a biological weapon.
The bioweapon she and her team are going to build must be capable of infiltrating the travelers' breathing system and destroying their lung tissue.
The bioweapon must kill travelers without harming humans.
The bioweapon should kill the travelers without harming humans. Finally, the briefing ends and Riley turns the recording off. At night, she sleeps, but a sound wakes her up. She goes out to investigate and finds the robot vacuum cleaner. It was making the sound she heard. She picks it up and takes it with her. The following day, she meets her team. There's Frank Lawrence, the project manager. He is a retired Army. He was a civilian GS-15 for the last decade. He sees the others and notices there are familiar faces, but mentions there are also new ones when he sees Riley.
Now, you've all been given your specific briefs and assignments, so...
They all have been given their briefings and assignments, so what is left is them introducing their names.
Please, introduce yourselves.
The first one to introduce herself is Denise Cooper. She did her primary work at MIT and her groundbreaking work in mechanosynthesis. Now she is working on the nanotech delivery pots. She also has a 12-year-old boy. After her, Dr. Jacques Bisset introduces himself. He worked in nanoengineering at the CNRS in Paris. Now he is working with the team. Then Dr. Sam Ellis follows. He is the bioweapons team leader. His background is in molecular microbiology. He studied at Johns Hopkins.
I studied at Johns Hopkins. I look forward to working with all of you.
Then Dr. Finley Barlow. He is second in command of the bio team. He has a degree in bacterial allergy from Harvard. He is now working with Dr. Ellis on the bio agent. He then mentions his hope that Dr. Riley catches on quickly so that she won't slow them down.
We wouldn't all be here if we weren't qualified.
After everyone introduces themselves, Dr. Riley starts talking about herself. She has been doing advanced research with pathogenic microorganisms at New Mexico State, which is where she did her doctoral work. As she is talking, Dr. Finley cuts her off.
Hold on. No, hold it, no.
He mistakes her for a junior recruit and makes a snide remark. But Riley corrects him, telling him that she has been doing research with Sandia Labs at DARPA for the last 2 years.
Good, because we don't have room for amateur mistakes.
Frank interrupts and tells Dr. Finley there are no amateurs in this team. He then orders everyone to unpack their stuff and to get their equipment ready. They will start working tomorrow.
Dr. Riley, don't let anybody push you around.
After the meeting, Riley sees her father in her vision. He tells her to not let anybody push her around. After that, she sits at her desk drinking coffee and reading her materials. As she was reading, Dr. Sam Ellis reached out to Riley. He asks if they can join her on her monitor. She then cleaned up her desk and turned on her camera.
Dr. Ellis.
Dr. Riley.
As soon as he sees her, he apologizes for Finley's earlier remarks. She thanked him and told him that she encountered other people like Finley.
Well, they're elitists and they don't believe I belong in the same room as them.
Dr. Sam Ellis reassures her she belongs on the team. He then tells her it was his decision to bring her in, having studied her research. He's confident she's the right person for the job.
A scientist like you on my team.
During their conversation, Ellis casually asks where she's staying. Riley catches the slip and reminds him that kind of information is off limits. Ellis chuckles. It was a test, he says, and she passed.
Just testing you. You passed.
They drift into more personal topics. He asks about the people she left when she comes here. Like a husband, boyfriend, or kids, Riley mentions her father and brother. It was tough to leave them because her dad is sick and her brother didn't want her to leave. He thinks she abandoned them.
He's really young, and he thinks I'm the world's worst big sister, so...
When she asks about him, Ellis opens up about his own family. He has 2 daughters and an ex-wife that doesn't care about him. Riley jokes about each of them having family dramas. Sam mentions that it is hard to choose between work and family, and he was forced to do that his whole life.
Well, big first day tomorrow. We're diving in head first.
Finally, Sam wishes her good night and they end the call. After the call, she thought about Sam by herself. He is kind of cute, but also weird.
Kind of cute, kind of weird.
That night, an alarm jolts Riley awake. The scanner system is triggered. The system announces that she only has 30 seconds.
Warning, scan alert.
She rushes to the protective chair, only to find the panel stuck. Following emergency protocol, she forces it open. Lights surge around her as the machine powers on. The scan floods her mind with violent graphic visions, bodies torn apart, faces warped beyond recognition, and scenes that feel too real to be hallucinations. Finally, the scan completes. The others try to talk to her, asking about her well-being. After calming down a little, Riley stumbles out and goes to the bathroom. She keeps seeing the visions from earlier and vomits. She then got up to wash, but then she noticed blood running out of her nose. She wipes it and washes it down. As she was cleaning up, she received an incoming message from Frank. He orders her to report to the comms immediately.
I'll be right there.
She then goes out of the bathroom and sits by the computer. He checks in on her. She tells him she is fine, and she just needed a moment to be alone. He asks her to elaborate.
I felt a prickling sensation in my skull.
Then mentions a strange pressure in her head and a full vibration down her spine during the scan. Frank's mood shifts. He warns her that these symptoms aren't normal. Now he needs to follow security protocol, and if she's been compromised, he would have to take her out of the project.
I'm gonna ask you some questions.
He asks if she's dizzy or experiencing disorientation. Riley answers no. He then asks if she is hearing voices that are not there. She says no to this one too. When he asks about a nosebleed, she lies.
No, sir.
Frank tells her about a similar case at another facility. Scientists exposed to alien scans who eventually die by self-infliction.
They blew their brains out.
The travelers have already killed over 100 people all across the country, and he is not going to let that happen to his team. As he speaks, Riley momentarily sees his face distort into something alien before returning to normal.
Do not lie to me, Dr. Riley.
He urges her to tell him if something is going on inside of her, but Riley denies that and reassures him that the chair did what it was supposed to do. Frank finally believes her and ends the call, commanding her to go to the lab to start working.
You're dismissed.
Later, she joins Finley and Ellis in the lab. They brief her on their latest findings. Finley remains dismissive, making snide comments that question her capabilities. They explain they've obtained tissue from a traveler and are testing chemical agents against it. Some have been effective, but those same compounds also prove deadly to humans. Riley begins testing.
That is a piece of tissue from another galaxy.
The R18 compound triggers inflammation and clotting in the alien cells, promising but volatile. The ESA-32 serum is tested on human samples and shows extreme instability. Suddenly, alarms blare a contamination alert. Riley rushes to decontaminate. Finley lashes out, blaming her for the mishap. As she showers, his cutting words replay in her mind. Despite the tension, Riley continues her work.
There.
By the 30th day underground, the team has settled into a rhythm. A debate breaks out. They argue over the traveler's purpose. Jacques suggests the aliens may have destroyed other civilizations preemptively, mirroring what humans might do. Sam disagrees, arguing that history doesn't justify assumptions. Denise and Finley remain wary, pointing to the traveler's secretive and violent behavior as signs of hostility.
They are methodically harassing secret military locations.
The debate spirals, some push for diplomacy, others for preemptive force. Later, as Riley is working out, she hears a scan alert through her monitor, this time in Jacques' quarters. Cameras cut out, and when they return, he's seen in distress, slamming his head into a wall until he collapses. Soon after, the team receives word from their government handler. The travelers have sent coordinates and symbolic messages. Analysts interpret them as an invitation. In 3 weeks, a delegation of UN scientists and soldiers will attend. The president wants the bioweapon ready by then. While there's cautious optimism, no one's taking chances. Preparations for peace and war move ahead in parallel.
Wish us luck up here.
End transmission.
Denise is almost done, and she only needs 1 week to complete it. When Frank asks Sam about their progress, he tells him they are on the first stage. Dr. Finley complains instead of doing real work, they were trying to get Riley up to speed. Riley starts having distorted visions and sounds. Riley later connects with Denise over a private call. The two bond, finding comfort in being the only women in an otherwise all-male team.
It's just us 2 girls down here. So if you need anything, you let me know, okay?
Back in the lab, the usual rhythm resumes. Finley, unsurprisingly, keeps chipping away at Riley's confidence with quiet digs and subtle dismissals. Riley later opens up to Sam, admitting the hostility between her and Finley is mutual.
I really can't stand him.
Finley is an acquired taste.
Their chat shifts toward the project's core, enzyme research. Finley had recently identified a mutation involving enzyme S32, unique to the alien genome. Despite S32's instability, Riley argues it may be the breakthrough they need. Sam leans toward R18 for its consistency, but both agree time is running out, and more data is crucial.
The way we're working is just wearing me out.
Then, unexpectedly, Sam drops his guard. He asks if Riley would ever consider going out with him if they live through this.
Given our circumstances, I don't really care.
Before she can answer, a message from Finley interrupts them. Sam checks his screen, announces a breakthrough, and holds up a small vial. He jokingly drinks it, then, in a sudden horrifying twist, his face erupts violently. But it's only in Riley's mind, a vivid hallucination. In reality, the three of them continue the research. Riley pushes again for S-32 to be tested, believing its potential has been dismissed too quickly. Sam disagrees, citing poor reliability and insufficient results. Finley surprises them both by siding with Riley.
I think we could use a specimen on this one. We're showing some promise.
They run the test. The outcome is grim. S-32 is lethal to both alien and human cells, just like R-18. Sam calls it a dead end. Riley, undeterred, insists they're close, but Sam shuts down the trial, citing the ticking clock. In a later meeting with Frank, Riley suddenly suffers another nosebleed. She hallucinates, this time hearing her father's voice berate her as a failure.
They don't respect you, Michelle. You let them control you because you're weak.
Suddenly she is pulled out of this vision. When Frank calls her, she pretends she was just looking for reports. That night, simultaneous scan alerts go off in Riley and Finley's quarters. Riley remains fine. Finley, however, walks into the lab and, to the team's horror, begins dissecting himself alive. They're helpless to stop him. Frank later confronts Riley, puzzled by her immunity. She has no answer. The chair worked for her, but not for the others.
Okay.
While working alone, Riley sees a vision of her brother, blood-soaked and silent. Shaken, she's interrupted by a call. It's the team with their handler on the line. He breaks the news: the travelers have attacked. Denise realizes her hometown was one of the targets, and her family may be gone.
My son is up there. I have to get out of here now.
After the call, Sam suggests the handler might be using fear to pressure them into rushing the weapon.
Maybe he's manipulating us.
Riley reminds Sam that the travelers have always been hostile. She then suggests they put all their energy into S-32, which Sam is completely against.
R-18 is a waste of time.
No, Michelle. R-18 is the only stable enzyme.
Frank disagrees and sides with Riley, backing her lead. He tells the team to press on. Hours later, Denise calls. Her voice is flat. She tells them her son is dead, she has nothing left. Then she decides to end it for herself. The remaining three gather. Frank pushes to transmit whatever data they've collected. Riley warns the virus is unstable. It could harm humans too. Frank won't budge. Sam refuses, encrypting the files. Riley agrees and pleads for 24 more hours.
24 hours. 24.
Later, Frank contacts her again. An alarm is going off, not a scan, but a physical breach. He reports someone or something is inside. His camera shuts off. Sam joins the line. The last thing they see is a device that emits a red light. Shaken and exhausted, Riley stumbles into the bathroom. She sees a vision of herself slamming her head into the mirror, but it vanishes just as quickly as it came. She checks in with Sam. Still no word from Frank.
No, not yet.
That was them. They're hunting us.
Riley, now emotionally spent, tells him she's ready to finish what they started. The two get back to work. Eventually, they manage to produce what might be a working formula. Without warning Riley, Sam injects himself to test the serum.
I already injected it.
Later, Riley checks on him. He admits to having headaches. Trying to distract them both, she asks about his children.
Tell me about your kids.
Twin girls. 8.
Sam opens up. His daughters are terminally ill with Batten disease. They won't survive into adulthood.
Sam, I'm so sorry.
He believes the travelers might hold the key to saving them, explaining his divided loyalties. Then Sam's condition worsens. In a moment of clarity, he confesses he sent a secret message to the aliens, hoping to halt the weapon's development.
To our emergency comm signals. That's why they were scanning us.
His body starts to break down, bleeding, distorted features. Moments later, he's gone. Alone now, Riley tries to reach anyone on the outside, but silence answers back. Out of options, she injects herself. Hallucinations hit immediately.
You think you can succeed? This is the beginning of the end.
Her father's voice taunts her, but the serum stabilizes. During her breakdown, the handler finally calls in.
I'm here. Thank God.
Riley reports that the team is dead, but she succeeded. The handler informs her it's too late. The crisis has been neutralized. There's no need for her weapon anymore. Before she can argue, he cuts the line.
Data transmission terminated.
But Riley notices something chilling. His nose is bleeding. He's compromised. She moves quickly, copies the data to a drive, grabs all the samples, and gets ready. Then the alarm blares. Something or someone is coming. She hides under a cabinet as the door is sliced open. A scanning drone rolls in, methodically sweeping the room. It spots her, holds its gaze, then retreats. Moments later, a figure steps inside. She hides again, clutching a makeshift weapon, ready to defend herself. But the figure isn't hostile. It's Sam, or at least something wearing his face. He says he's here to take her home to her father and brother.
No. No, I watched you die.
Riley stares. This isn't real. He insists it's all been a hallucination, a trick played by the aliens. He pleads for the data, promising to protect it. Riley pretends to give in. She steps forward, seemingly ready to hand over the drive, but instead plunges the serum into him. The disguise drops. The being collapses, revealing its true alien form. After this, Riley takes the elevator up, alone. She emerges into a ruined world, clutching the cure. Behind her, shapes rise from the earth, alien forms, waking, but she keeps walking. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.